Okay, exercise set 51. And these are going to be equations that you can solve using the quadratic formula. So the first thing I recommend you do here for this particular problem, number one, is to multiply both sides by the LCD. So the LCD in this problem over here, and I'll go through those steps with you. We're just talking through it though. The LCD, let's look at it. Looks like 36x. If you multiply the first term by 36x, what are you going to get? Well, you get 12, because 3 goes into 36 12 times. 12x times 2 is 24x squared. Next one. Well, 4x goes into 36 9 times, and 9 times 5 is 45. Equals 9 goes into 36 4 times, so you have 4x, so you can get 28x squared. 4x goes into 36x 9 times, and 9 times 21 is 189. Okay, now we have to do something, and certainly I have to get the x squareds on one side. Let's take a look at that. So it's going to be 4x squared. I'm going to get it to equal to 0, by the way. And let's see, I subtracted 24x squared from both sides, I get 4x squared. That's pretty good. And then if you add 45 to both sides, you can get let's see, 44. All right, see if that's true. 44, let's see, 80. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to divide both sides by 4 just to make it easier numerically. What do you get over here? 1x squared minus, well, 4 goes into 144 36 times. Now granted, fairly simple equation to solve. What I mean by that, you can use the square root rule, and x squared would equal 36, or x equals plus or minus 6. There's two answers there. All right, so I want to tell you what the goal is here. The goal is simplification. That's probably going to take the most amount of time in the problem. After you simplify, your goal is to get the answer, which is x equals plus or minus 6. I also want to point out you could have used the quadratic formula by identifying the a, which is 1, the b, which is 0, and the c, which is minus 36. Whoops, sorry about it. I put an equal sign there. And then write it down, which can be x equals, well, I have a particular order and like to put things down. I'm going to say twice a on bottom, opposite of b on top, plus or minus the b squared. What's the b squared? It's 0, minus 4 times a times c. So it's going to be 4 times 36. We'll get the same answer, by the way. What does this give us? This gives us plus or minus the square root of 144 over 2. Well, the square root of 144 is 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. We're still getting the same answer. Okay, thank you.